Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Lakers notes, former LA big man heads east, Kyle Kuzma speaks freely, Shaq called out. A key figure in a past Lakers playoff push, who played as a big man, has recently joined one of the top teams in the Eastern Conference. His contribution in crucial moments during the playoffs had made him a notable figure in Los Angeles before his move. Fans might remember his energetic performances, and now, he will be bringing his skills to an Eastern powerhouse, promising a beefed-up frontcourt for his new team. Since being picked second in the NBA draft by the Lakers, Lonzo Ball's career has had its highs and lows. Currently with the Chicago Bulls, one of his teammates recently opened up about Ball's aspirations to make a strong comeback after being sidelined for 2 years. The conversation highlights the perseverance and challenges faced by Ball during his hiatus and his relentless push to return to his former glory. The Lakers announced the signing of a veteran guard to help bolster roster depth. Rudy Gobert claps back at Shaquille O'Neal after brutal diss. Minnesota Timberwolves center Rudy Gobert clapped back at former Lakers center Shaquille O'Neal following a massive diss toward him. Kyle Kuzma believes Lakers gave up on him too early. Former Lakers forward Kyle Kuzma believes that the team gave up on him far too early in his career. He discussed his thoughts on the matter. Lakers waive returning vet almost instantly after signing him. Just after the Lakers signed a returning veteran, the team abruptly waived him, creating some questions around everything. J.J. Redick dismisses concerns over LeBron James and Anthony Davis after hectic offseason. New Lakers head coach J.J. Redick is less than a month away from commencing his NBA training camp and preseason as a head coach on a team led by two elite players like LeBron James and Anthony Davis, who spent the summer fighting for gold at the Paris Olympics. Redick told the Spectrum Network Lake Show podcast that he isn't worried about either player's off-season workload heading into the season and expects them to be ready to play when the season starts. I mean, look, those guys are professionals in every sense of the word. My concern for them about whether or not they'll be ready to play on October 22nd and be in shape, I don't have that concern. We're gonna work with Mike and Ish, making sure that they feel like they're in a great place to start the regular season. They'll certainly be involved in training camp and preseason even here in September, as well as games. LeBron and Davis were two of Team USA's core pieces at the Paris Olympics. While James served as the de facto point guard and led the team in assists, Davis was one of the best defenders in the tournament. Davis formed a crucial part of the USA's second lineup while James was running the show every time he got minutes. It's not ideal to have two injury-prone stars not spend every minute of the offseason getting ready for the next season, but the Lakers couldn't have stopped either one from representing the USA. A former player like Redick understands that, but he also understands that both James and Davis are professionals who still need to be ready for Lakers training camp on day one. The Lakers have massively underachieved in the last few years, despite having James and Davis have relatively healthy seasons. The roster and coaching have been sore spots for the stars of the team, with Davis outlining exactly what he and LeBron need to ensure they can bring another title to the Lakers. The goal at the end of the day is still to win championships. You can't skip steps. The first step is, we're going to hold guys accountable. We're going to show up to work, and if something goes wrong, we're gonna hold guys accountable, and then from there, we'll figure it out. Davis averaged 24.7 points, 12.6 rebounds, and 2.3 blocks last season, arguably as the Lakers' best player for the majority of that season. His defensive impact is nearly unrivaled, while his offensive game has become more versatile. James averaged 25.7 points, 7.3 rebounds, and 8.3 assists last season, proving that the best way to use him at this stage of his career is as a point guard. For that to be feasible, the Lakers must move off a guard and acquire another wing piece to not upset the rotation. They also need another big man as the quest to get out of the West becomes tougher and tougher. Nick Young claims Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal-led Lakers would lose to 2018 Warriors in 5 games. Nick Young took to X to double down on his recent comments about the 2018 Golden State Warriors. While he respected the Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant-era Lakers, Young noted that their team took massive losses to teams like the 2004 Detroit Pistons. He added that the Warriors would beat both teams in 5 games. "I love the Lakers, but the Shaq and Kobe team is not beating the 2017-18 Warriors. All this Shaq is the most dominant big ever stuff. They lost to Billups, Hamilton, Prince, Rasheed Wallace, and Ben Wallace 4-1. Respectfully, Warriors in 5 on both teams." These comments come after Young faced backlash for calling the 2018 Golden State Warriors the greatest team of all time. He explained, during an appearance on Gil's Arena, that the Shaq-Kobe Lakers didn't have the players available to guard elite shooters like Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant, and Klay Thompson. Young might be slightly biased, considering he was part of the 2018 Golden State Warriors squad that won the NBA championship. However, his argument does have merit, as many do consider the KD Curry Warriors to be one of, if not the greatest team in league history. The arrival of Durant in Golden State was met with widespread league dismay, as one of the best teams in the NBA at the time had added a top 3 player in the league, giving the franchise a duo comprising of 2 of the 3 best players in the NBA at the time. It meant the rest of the league couldn't compete with them. And that turned out to be the case, as the only team to usurp the Warriors in a playoff series during KD's stint there was the Toronto Raptors, and they were only able to do so due to the major injuries suffered by Kevin Durant and Klay Thompson. In the past few months, many have claimed that the Warriors' dynasty is now over. After the abrupt departure of Klay Thompson in free agency, the core of the Warriors franchise was broken up. With just Stephen Curry and Draymond Green remaining, and no other superstar prospects on the horizon, the Warriors' dynastic, championship-laden run in the NBA might be over. Stephen Curry, however, doesn't believe this to be the case and thinks the Warriors still have it in them to contend for an NBA championship next season. He might disagree with the franchise's assessment that their roster, as presently constructed, cannot compete for a championship. The Warriors haven't landed another star player, but not because of a lack of effort. They were rebuffed in their efforts to trade for Paul George and Lauri Markkanen. The franchise may look to wait till the season begins, as one star player or more may become available after demanding an exit. Landing another superstar and extending the Warriors' championship window is perhaps the only way to ensure Stephen Curry remains a Warrior for life, something he said recently that he wants to do. But he will most likely look for greener pastures if the franchise cannot compete for more championships. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Nick Young? Leave your opinion in the comments.